Hey, hi, neighbor. It's me, Tony, your neighbor. I'm here to tell you about a little project that I asked some neighbors to get involved in, and what do you know? A bunch of people wanted to do this, so here we go. It's called Westend Storytellers, and it is a locative storytelling project. So what this means is that you walk around with your smartphone and some earphones of some kind plugged in your ears, and you launch a web app, the link for which I'll put on this Facebook group, and then you walk around and you're going to find stories in your neighborhood, and they're just out there floating, waiting for you to find them. I'm going to give you a little walkthrough about how to use the app, the web app. Pretty simple. Just remember to take your phone, take some earphones, and be open to these stories. And they were created by your neighbors for you, the neighbor of the neighbor. So here's a walkthrough.
Okay, here I am. I'm walking down the street. See if you can guess what street I'm on. All right. Here I am, me, your neighbor, walking down the street. And now I'm going to go back to the app. Here we go. Where's the app? There's the app. All right. So as you can see, as I'm walking down the street, my dot is moving, sort of. It'll move. Hang on. I'm going to reload. Sometimes you have to reload. That's the thing. Okay, I'm going to click open again. Go. And here I am. Yes. And as I pinch and stretch outward, I can zoom in on the map. So now you can tell by the volume and the quality of the volume where I am as you're listening, because that's what this is all about, listening. It's green. I'm paying attention to important things like traffic signs, not looking at my screen as I'm crossing the intersection. These things are important. And now I'm entering the circle, and you'll see it changes color.
A Trick of the Light by Jen Jones. You are sitting in Dundurn Market at the high counter facing the window, sipping the dregs of your latte before you walk home for dinner. A girl who looks about
Sorry,
15
Jen,
with
just
an
going to
ash
talk
blonde
over you
braid
for a
on
minute.
one
People
side of her
will
head stops in
have
front
this
of the store.
experience for themselves.
She wears a McMaster University hoodie.
So that's Jen Jones telling one of her stories. And as I move around, I'm still inside the node, the story hotspot. But as I continue to move away, I will soon be outside of the node and outside of the story. So a few things to remember. Safety is really important. Be aware of your surroundings, please. Please don't be looking at your screen as you're crossing intersections or, walking along the edge of a cliff or anything like that. Let's be safe so we can enjoy as many of these stories as possible.
Okay. All right. So now we're outside of the circle. The story has stopped. So that tells me I need to make a little tweak to that node or point of interest. Okay, I'm going to go back inside because it's cold. How about this crazy weather, eh?
Okay, me again. Back here again, and I'm just going to show you a little more about the app and the interface and getting around and some things you need to do. Because this is all, let's think of it as a storytelling experiment. We are doing a mashup of the real world and a virtual world, colliding things. And when we're messing around with technology in new ways, things don't always work. So let's be patient. And sometimes you have to reload the page, reload the project. Sometimes you have to walk around and just wait until you're standing in the exact spot. But I promise you it will be worth it. It's cool. There are some cool stories out there hiding. They're hiding, just waiting for you to find them. So here's a little walkthrough of how to use this thing.
Again, here's the project. I click open. Ready to go. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. You can use the map. If you find yourself in a place where you can't find yourself on the map and you're just looking at the whole wide world and somehow you're looking at Norway or something, you do this. You don't want to zoom into the map. So if I zoom way out, like okay, it's really slow, but I'm getting out there into the big wide world. Another way to do it is I tap the three dashes at the top left and I get this menu. If I choose list, my home internet connection is really slow right now. That's probably because all of you are online working and social mediaing and whatevering. Okay, here we are, Westend Storytellers. So I click open, project loaded, ready to go. I click go, and again, it tells me where I am. I am this circle, the smaller dot with the dotted circle around it. And if I were to move around, I would move into one of the spots, etc. You get the idea. A couple of different views you can do here. If you tap the layers here at the top right, there's dark and satellite. If you want to see in the real world, you can do this. And you can see it in relation to real world physical objects, right? Okay. I'm going to go back to dark. I like this. It's more video gaming to me. If I tap that, it places me, my location at the center. You will have to have location services enabled for your browser. This is browser-based. It's not a separate app that you have to download. You just access it through your browser on your phone, whether it's iOS or Android. If you want to know about the project that you are currently exploring, hit the I for info, and it gives you the little blurb, Westend Storytellers. There it is. Tap on the screen, and you're out of it. So there it is. Now, here's another cool thing. Let's make it social, as they say. If I tap on this, I get a whole bunch of different people and ways that I can share it. I can, well, you're seeing people that I communicate with regularly. Ooh, there's a privacy breach. Oh, well. It's my son, my wife, and my friend. So you can go and share to Messenger or LinkedIn or Facebook, etc. That way you can share with friends who you think may be interested in this kind of locative storytelling. Another way to think of it is an ambient storytelling project or ambient narrative where stories are hidden in plain sight. They're out there. You wouldn't know them unless you went to look for them. So that's it. That's all I've got to say, I think. Maybe.
Okay, I think that's it. Sorry to keep you so long, but what else are we going to do? I'm sure we all have things to do. Okay, so this is something for all of us to do during this time when there's not much to do. Walk around your neighborhood, take your phone, take earphones, and listen to some stories out in the wild, just out in space. And this project, this exhibit, Westend Storytellers, is a growing, living exhibition. So this will be added to over time, and I hope many of you get a chance to get out there and check it out. All right? If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message on the Westend Storytellers Facebook page, group, whatever. Bye.